This video will give you an insight into the things you should know to make money in stocks. It will introduce you to some concepts and ideas on how to approach the market in a profitable way. It will not tell you what stock to buy today or what the market is going to do tomorrow. There are a lot of methods that make money in the stock market. We will outline a few of them for you. Then we will show you some examples of recent situations where we applied these techniques to make money. When a major event is happening, there are techniques that will let you make a lot of money at very low risk. This may sound obvious, but we are talking about doing it in advance of the event. Companies make announcements all the time. Sometimes they make announcements about their announcements. Often the stock moves vigorously. We will show you how to profit by determining which ones will generate the big moves and what strategies to use to generate those profits. Information about a company could lead to a substantial move. Many investors sit on the sidelines waiting to see how the stock will react as the situation develops. They end up participating too late. We act in advance and generate very nice profits from generally known information. It's really an easy way to make money when you know what to look for. You can learn how to generate regular income by applying simple chart analysis combined with some of our favorite strategies. Safe, low-risk income with a small amount of work and no sleepless nights. None of these techniques requires in-depth analysis of a company's fundamentals, financial reports, or other research. You will learn how to spot them and make lots of money just by using simple logic and some advanced trading techniques. We will show you examples of each of these techniques in a moment. The key to success is learning what tools are available and how to use them successfully. Our low-cost video course teaches money-making techniques starting with basic options theory to complex strategies and how they work and how to apply them. But that's only part of the solution. You will also learn to find money-making situations and how to profit from them.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. There are many aspects to being successful in the market. That's why we created our video CD course, to help you learn the things you need to make money. Everything we have described has one thing in common. It's knowing when to get into a position and when to get out. But knowing one piece of the puzzle will only get you partway there. There's a lot more. Having the right tool in your toolbox is another part of the puzzle. The more tools you have, the better your chance of success. You will learn what options are, how they work, and how to use them to make money. There are many situations that give us the opportunity to make really large amounts of money. You'll learn how to spot them and trade them successfully. You'll see a few in a minute. Knowing what the various strategies are is one thing. Knowing which one is best for the situation is knowledge that will make you money. You'll learn to make alternate plans in advance. Figure out what might go wrong, then pre-plan your corrective action. Now we'll show you some examples of the various situations we discussed earlier. Every concept we will show you is explained in detail in the video course. Every example was profiled in a recent trade advisory with specific, clear, concise instructions that avoid ambiguity and confusion.
Here's a major news event everyone knew about: the August 2011 debt crisis. The nation required a solution from Congress, but they were procrastinating. We had no idea how the market might react to any congressional plan, or even if they would come up with a plan. The market was going to love it or hate it. We didn't know which. We issued an advisory on July 24th. That's the date shown by the yellow line. We used the S&P 500 index as our investing vehicle. This strategy had a very high probability of success with almost zero possibility of loss. The minimum investment was $118. That was the maximum risk. We don't borrow to do these trades. Many of our positions require a very small amount of investment capital. Then we just sat back and waited for the events to unfold. The S&P picked its direction, down, and we had it covered. For each $118 invested, our profit was $2,006. It only took 13 days to collect our profit. That's a gain of 1,700%, or 17 times your money. Did you make money from this obvious profit-making situation or just watch passively? These special situations don't require watching the market all day or split-second timing. Most of our positions can be set up in advance of the event, before the general market reacts. This is a favorite technique that comes up regularly throughout the year.
You can make money by acting on company news, like product releases or earnings announcements, but each situation requires a different approach. That's why we teach a dozen different strategies. Apple had scheduled a new product release for middle October. We issued a trade advisory days before the event. Because Apple is a very expensive stock, we selected a strategy that gave us the opportunity to participate in its activity with far less capital. Anyone could participate in this situation for $400. When we planned this trade, Apple was in a downtrend, but we expected the stock to move up a few days before the release, and it did. The red and green arrows show the stock's movement. Why we expected this movement and how to trade it is covered in great detail in the video course. After the news conference, our price objective was reached very quickly. The stock moved down to complete the product release cycle as we had planned. We risked $400 to make $1,000. That's a gain of 150%. Our subscribers knew what to expect and how to profit from it.
Special situations can make lots of money. We spotted a stock and issued a trade advisory on a company that had a very high short interest in its stock as it was about to announce its quarterly earnings. Calm, which is Cal-Marine Foods, had more than 50% of its shares short. That's an awful lot of investors who thought the company value would decline. That's what investors were betting by being short. Sometimes stocks get driven higher by short sellers, panicking to get out when the stock starts moving up. Or sometimes the short sellers could know something we didn't and have been correct. We prepared for both possibilities, so we didn't care if the shorts were correct or not. Earnings would be announced in a few weeks, and that's when we expected any move to take place. The yellow line is where we issued our trade advisory. This entry cost our clients 40 cents a share to participate. That's a minimum of $40 for 100 shares. Here's the chart after the earnings report. The majority of the company's investors thought something radical was going to happen. They didn't expect good news. They needed to pick an outcome to make their money. We didn't. In this case, the short sellers were wrong. The stock went up $6 a share, or $600 for 100 shares. Company shareholders who weren't short made 20% if they had picked the correct direction. We made the same $600. But we only spent $40 to do it, and we would have made just as much if the stock went down. We didn't have to be correct about anything. If you had taken our training and participated in the advisory recommendations, you would have made 15 times your money in just a few weeks. you would know what you were doing and why you were doing it, and you would have made a lot of money.
You could make money by using technical analysis of growth companies. It's our bread and butter trading technique, and we do at least one of these each month. This strategy works with simple chart analysis. It is low risk, low work, and low stress. We go into great detail on how to time, plan, and execute a trade like the 6 positions shown on the Apple chart. Each box is an individual trade and shows the profit we achieved in that month. We have been doing Apple trades nearly every month for years without ever having a losing month. We have a whole page on our website devoted to our Apple results. The 6-month period above had Apple stock going up 40%, a nice profit if you entered and exited the stock at precisely the right time. We made more than 200% in the same period, and we didn't need to be nearly as precise in our actions. This is a technique we use on many stocks each month. It's a great method for those who want a steady, low-risk income.
You can make money just like we do. We don't do day trading and we don't take big risks. What we do is use tools that anyone can become proficient in using, like simple timing and chart reading techniques and logical, intelligent approaches to investing that makes our techniques very conservative. It's all taught in our 11-hour low-cost video home study course. It's the equivalent of a college-level course in how to make money. If you take the course, you will avoid costly errors and missed opportunities. It covers everything you need to know to start making money. Go to our website and sign up for the video course now. That's lowstresstrading.com. Thank you for listening.